In our earlier video today, we talked about the possibility of the Minnesota Vikings re signing running back Aaron Jones. While that seems like the most likely possible situation the Vikings are looking to go towards, that also means we're going to need to find a predecessor who's going to take the reins once Aaron Jones decides to hang it up, or once the Minnesota Vikings decide to part ways with Aaron Jones. That's where we look towards the NFL draft. We've talked about the running back position a couple times now, where I gave you guys a couple names like a Caleb Johnson and Omarion Hampton, and Ollie Gordon. Obviously Ashton Genty's there, but who knows if the Vikings will have or be in line to even take him. I believe he probably is going to get selected before the Vikings make their selection in the first round. So we're looking at TreVeyon Henderson from the Ohio State Buckeyes. Could the Minnesota Vikings make a move for TreVeyon Henderson? Would he be the right fit? Some people think that might be the case, so let's get right into it. Before we do, shout out to our affiliate partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these mini helmets, feel free to hit the link I have pinned in the comment section or in the description and use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. They have NFL helmets, college helmets, fully customizable ones, and they also have helmets you can wear on a football field. They even have the helmets, the full-size helmets of like an NFL team. So if you didn't want a mini Viking helmet, you can get the large Viking helmet if you really so please. Green Gridiron is the place for you if that is what you are looking for maybe a present, something to hang around the house, in the man cave, or whatever the case may be. Green Gridiron. Make sure to hit that link in the comment section or the description. Use the promo code MINSYN to receive a little off of your purchase. And if they already have a current deal going on, well, you can receive even more off by applying that promo code to it. And yeah, I would just check it out. Green Gridiron is a fantastic place. So let's get right into it. Are the Minnesota Vikings so in need of a capable running back that they burn their first round pick on one who isn't Boise State phenom Ashton Genty? Well, according to the latest mock draft from Daniel Jeremiah, the answer is yes. Daniel Jeremiah has three running backs going in the first round of his new mock. Genty to the Steelers at number 21, North Carolina's Omarion Hampton to the Chargers at number 22, and Ohio State's TreVeyon Henderson to the Minnesota Vikings at number 24. Here's what Daniel Jeremiah wrote about this selection. He said, the Vikings have had an up-close look at a dynamic runner, or what a dynamic runner can do for an offense that also features a loaded passing attack. See Jahmyr Gibbs in Detroit, okay? That's basically what he's, a comparison right there. Minnesota finds its own running back weapon in Henderson, or TreVeyon Henderson, with Aaron Jones headed for free agency, but maybe we have them both. Now, Henderson did rush for 1,248 yards and 15 touchdowns, while adding 27 catches for 312 yards and 4 touchdowns as a freshman in 2021. He didn't reproduce those numbers in 2022 or 2023, but he got close in 2024 with 1,016 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns, along with 27 catches for 284 yards and a touchdown for the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, also, Henderson shared the backfield with Quinton Judkins, who had 194 carries compared to 144 for TreVeyon Henderson. For context, Genty toted the ball or carried the ball 374 times and averaged 6 yards per carry in 2024. Imagine how big TreVeyon Henderson's number would have been if he wasn't sharing the backfield. So we all heard about Judkins. He was even on the 2025 NCAA football game, right? You've seen that. But then all of a sudden, TreVeyon Henderson starts making some noise again. And guess what? He's starting to steal a spotlight. Not completely, but people are starting to take a deeper look at TreVeyon Henderson. And there's a reason for that, because he's a really solid running back if you give him the opportunity to be the main ball carrier. Now, here's how Lance Zierlein describes Henderson in his NFL draft profile. He said, Henderson is capable of starring on third downs or biting off a bigger chunk as a three-down option. He has average size but above average juice with good acceleration. He's an average decision maker inside and is not overly creative once confronted by the defense, but he has the pacing and subtle shiftiness to excel as an outside runner. He might be the best pass protecting running back in this draft and is more than capable as a pass catcher. Henderson isn't Jahmyr Gibbs, okay, but he can operate in a similar role for teams looking to add a more dynamic player to their running back room. Coincidentally, okay, Zerline's NFL comparison for TreVeyon Henderson is Aaron Jones, a la what we talked about earlier. The only running back with a higher grade from NFL.com entering the draft is Ashton Genty. TreVeyon Henderson rates above everyone else, including Omarion Hampton, Iowa's Caleb Johnson, and fellow Buckeye Quinshon Judkins. So I think all you need to know here is, look, Minnesota had Aaron Jones. There's a great possibility that he ends up re-signing with the Minnesota Vikings on a 3-year contract extension or a 2-year or whatever the case may be. So what better way than to draft TreVeyon Henderson, the guy who is compared to Aaron Jones, and let him learn the reins, right? We're looking to get younger at the running back position. We do have Ty Chandler, but he's the only other running back on Minnesota's basically payroll or roster at this point in time. So we have to look to add more depth, right? Now, obviously, Cam Akers is still out there. That's an option that I'm sure or certain the Minnesota Vikings will take a look at because he's been on the roster for the last 2 seasons and has produced decently, right? He's been a reliable running back for Minnesota, but it's also time to look towards the future. If you have the opportunity to get young at the position on a rookie contract, you do so. Especially if we sign Aaron Jones for only $7 million a year, right? 3-year, $21 million. I feel like he might get a little bit more than that, but if that is what he ends up getting, $7 million a year for Aaron Jones, plus you draft this rookie running back to take the reins eventually, and if Aaron Jones starts to decline in his production, you let him walk. TreVeyon Henderson becomes the new starting running back for the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know. I like it. I think it'd be a great selection. Although I think a lot of these running backs would be great selections. I just want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on the overall, not just the draft class at the running back position, but what running back in general, free agency or draft, would you like the Minnesota Vikings to take a chance on? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much appreciated. Have a great rest of your night, folks, and Skol Vikes.